After the funeral, the house felt impossibly quiet, as if every sound had been muffled by grief. Jamie wandered from room to room, searching for traces of his older brother, Tom, in the things he'd left behind: a favorite jumper draped over a chair, a half-finished model airplane on the windowsill, the faint scent of his cologne lingering in the hallway. But it was Tom's desk, heavy and old, that drew Jamie most. Their parents had given it to him, saying Tom would have wanted him to have it, but Jamie felt like an intruder every time he sat at it, running his fingers over the scratches and ink stains that mapped out years of homework and late-night doodles. The desk had a locked drawer on the right side, its brass handle tarnished and stubborn. No one could find the key, not even their father, who tried every spare in the house. "Maybe it's just stuck," his mother said, but Jamie knew better. He could feel something inside, shifting when he rattled the drawer, as if it were holding its breath. For weeks, Jamie left it alone, focusing instead on the other drawers, which yielded nothing but old pens, crumpled notes, and a few forgotten coins. But the locked drawer haunted him, a secret waiting to be uncovered. At night, he dreamed of Tom sitting at the desk, writing furiously, glancing over his shoulder as if afraid of being caught. Sometimes, Jamie would wake to find himself at the desk, his hand resting on the locked drawer, the moonlight casting long shadows across the floor. One rainy afternoon, as thunder rattled the windows, Jamie sat at the desk, tracing the outline of the lock with his thumb. Without thinking, he whispered, "Tom, if you're there, I need to know what you left for me." The lock clicked, startling him so much he nearly fell from his chair. Heart pounding, he slid the drawer open and found a stack of envelopes, each one addressed to him in Tom's familiar handwriting. The dates on the letters were all wrong, years in the future, some marked with warnings, others with simple messages of hope. Jamie's hands shook as he opened the first letter, the paper crackling in the quiet room. The letters were unlike anything Jamie had ever read. The first began, "Dear Jamie, if you're reading this, it means I'm gone, but I'm still with you in ways you can't yet understand." Tom's words spilled across the pages, describing events that hadn't happened yet. He wrote about Jamie's first day at secondary school, the friends he would make, the heartbreak he would feel when he lost his first pet, the pride he would feel when he stood up for someone who needed help. Each letter was more detailed than the last, filled with advice, encouragement, and warnings about choices Jamie hadn't even considered. "On your 15th birthday, you'll want to run away. Don't. Trust me, it gets better." Jamie read late into the night, the rain tapping against the window, Tom's voice echoing in his mind. Some letters were short, just a few lines. "Don't forget to look after Mom. She'll need you more than you know." While others were pages long, recounting memories from a future that felt both impossible and inevitable. As Jamie read, he began to notice strange coincidences. A phrase Tom used in a letter would appear in a conversation the next day, or a warning would come true in some small, unexpected way. The letters became a lifeline, a way to keep Tom close, but they also raised questions Jamie couldn't answer. How had Tom written them? How could he know what would happen? The final letter, dated years ahead, was sealed with red wax. Jamie hesitated before opening it, his heart heavy with longing and fear. Inside, Tom wrote, "This is the last letter. By now, you'll have learned that the future isn't set in stone. You can change things, Jamie. You're not alone." As Jamie finished reading, the room felt lighter, the shadows receding. He realized that the locked drawer hadn't just held letters, it had held hope, a bridge between past and future, a reminder that love could reach across even the deepest loss. And as he sat at the desk, pen in hand, Jamie began to write his own letter, determined to carry Tom's message forward, to shape a future where no one was ever truly lost or forgotten.